scenario says that has 5 scenes listed, and it has advice for the director for each scene. The advice becomes less and less and less as you go. The last 2 are just blank, and the implication, it says elsewhere that if you need more scenes, you can do them. And I think it's implied that if you don't need that many, you can stop whenever. As far as I can tell, the real signal is when it looks like the cards have settled out into their owners, and that more crisscrossing is just meaningless really, at that point. At that point, the story is pretty much concluded. So let's check our cards. I believe this one is still yours.
No.
Or did someone get it?
Bobby stole it. Yeah.
Bobby stole that card. Oh my gosh. Bastard. Okay, so let's see. We have, you are running around with Texas Rangers, right?
Yeah.
Can everybody just take their cards? You have the FBI, of all people.
Yeah.
And then I will pass out some character sheets. When the director says, okay, it's over, then we have one more round of negotiations with no conflict. So if people want to do final card trades or anything like that, and just role play out the conclusions of the drama in some way. I mean, do we end with, you know, I don't know. I don't even want to say the possibilities because that will influence play. But if anyone has notions about just a final bit of interaction, then you should do it. Okay. And there is one aspect of play that, since we are learning step by step, our first was a little rough. The second one, we caught the rhythm, you know, the procedures. Now we are in the position to learn the last most important thing about play that I think was implied but was never really clear. Here's the thing I was talking about for how to play, that I don't think that I properly processed in the beginning, and then last week I did not properly say explicitly. If the card is in front of you, you play those characters. Okay. And you can play them as walking and talking and doing things and going places and all sorts of things. So we might see a negotiations phase where your main character doesn't do very much. And that's why some of the conflicts are your character's page and some of the conflicts might be their card if they are doing the thing. So you could just say, Jorge takes care of this problem for Bobby, right? Or maybe he just does it on its own and it's going to help out Bobby. It'll land in front of you if he gets the card. So that also leads me to say that if you have a card that begins turned over, or you acquire a card from somebody and it's turned over, if you make that character go and do things, you will flip it up at that time. So that actually provides a much more coherent picture of the whole ecology of the situation, I think. And it makes me kind of want to play another script to really see it.
The minor characters, not the organizations.
Organizations,
they can also.
Yeah, the police go do things. You are the game master for them now.
Yeah, you have a stable of sort of the
exactly.
people and the character you play.
Exactly.
And you use them.
And it's kind of fun then when they move around too. So, yeah, it makes the game kind of jump up in quality when I think about that. So that, anyway, it's where we are now. The question is, do we really want to go through another set of negotiations and conflicts? Or has I could say, have we settled out our situation? Or no, so are we feeling, are you like 9 power back, please? Shall we try it just to see if we can play all these parts? And people who kind of feel like they have got what they want or very close might think about just doing things to help someone else who want to help, for example. Or people who aren't getting very far might be in the same state. You might, at that point, you're kind of not trying to win, you are picking and choosing sides for whatever reasons, which is more like role playing.
Yeah.
Which, or rather, is more familiar role playing. We can do that. We can say we are moving into the next day or two. If we want, we can extend the time period. The time period for negotiations in the fiction is wide open. It just depends on what people want to do. Let's see how we do. Let's take a look. Who is going to talk about what they want to do, or any of your characters? And I get to play characters now. I realize I have characters I can actually play. I can have people go up and talk to you and bother you about things. Yeah. Although I don't know if I can threaten you, like I can take away cards from you or something. I don't think I can do that.
Actually, if you read sort of the scene 3, it explicitly says the game master should sort of stall winning players. So you should do that according to like the rules.
Yeah, I don't know if I can. Well, what it says is I can do things like hurt them. I can take away power, which seems a little managey.
Yeah, but
right?
that's
I'm not
very.
sure I want to manage.
But actually threatening them with neutral characters or with game master control characters might be more. It's still sort of like we just have to.
If I have to obey the rules, like in a challenge or something, then that seems fine. Right? It's just if I can say, well, I feel like taking some of your power. I mean, that seems like crap to me. I think I will be just a little bit managerial, just a little bit. Oh, yeah, the game is over. The press conference is over. We saw them. You guys were all horseback riding in the beginning of all of this. And if you go and check out the herd at the ranch with Ray Krebs, right? You will find that some of the very same horse that JR was riding when he successfully showed that he was still a real Texan is gone. And Ray is like, he was out running with the horses, yesterday afternoon. The ranch hands brought in all the horses to the barn and the stables at night, and they say they can find him. So Ray is like, this.
Okay, that's the last drop because I'm drunk and I'm jealous. I haven't shown it, but deep down I'm jealous, even though this was 30 plus years ago.
Because his little antenna has picked up everything.
Yeah, yes. and I voted for that bastard on TV, and now I'm drunk, and now he's stolen my horse.
Well, I'm talking about the next day.
Okay.
Still drunk.
Yeah. But so post-drunk.
Oh. Okay, so later this day, then I'll let it stew.
Yeah. Esteban is also probably going to bring up that he has cousins who think they have land that is controlled by that would be given to them by the land grant, and he wants to have them ask you some oil advice if they get these. It's on some of your land. So, but if they get it, then they're going to need some help with how to manage it. And he's thinking that maybe you could offer them some good advice, and
he's been a loyal retainer to the family for years, so and since I didn't get the control of the company back, so well, that might work for me. I don't want to screw my family over totally, but sometimes you hurt yourself to hurt others as well.
Well, not only that, but Esteban, he wouldn't be the guy, but if you had friendly relations with the people, right, who get it, then maybe that's not so bad. Right? He kind of knows his way in and out. He'll put it diplomatically. I think you guys said this is probably all ranch stuff. You were out, saw the horses. You talked, saw the stable of horses. We see the farm equipment. We see all sorts of
the honest business of farming.
That's right.
That's,
with United States subsidy for what they won't let you sell.
No.
Of course. Other people doing things.
Yeah.
Everybody get their power.
Yeah.
5. 9. 5 for Ellie?
4.
And these action markers, they were
Very, very useful. Yeah, 3 apiece. 5 for. Oh, you have them?
I have mine.
Yes.
You might need that extra stash.
Yeah. Oh, just found some power lying around.
So they are.
Yeah.
Just when we thought he was down.
I would not. I mean, he's back. So, and we have a better feel for the rules now, right? So we're not going to just throw away power and things.
Speaking of throwing away power,
Ellie. Mom.
remember the last time I gave you power? You promised me MX.
Well, maybe I will hold on to him for a little longer, I think.
Maybe
Do you
at
have
the
something
end.
you can give me in return? Maybe.
What do you want?
Yeah, given your cards. Yeah,
You want my own company too?
No, everybody wants it now.
Crazy family.
I know.
And the family of the worst.
As long as it stays in the family.
Yeah, that's like a complicated part of your exchanges. Okay. Or you could just help him out of motherly love.
Okay, yeah, I'll help him out. Just a little bit. Yeah. What do you need help with?
I need MX. I need a local magazine reporter. DJ.
Okay.
Yeah. So you could give him. Have you reviewed your conditions?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you could simply say, well, let's see. Let's do some role playing.
Yeah,
Where are we? And yeah, where are we?
Yeah.
And we need to know when other people are doing things because this might come later. Right? So I'm trying to keep a good integrity of our
Come back
our
to
time.
the family ranch.
Just as an unexpected visit.
Yeah.
Just I was looking at the mountain ranges. Decided to take a walk and come by to my own house.
It's nice to see you again.
Oh, thanks, mother.
Wonderful dinner last night, perhaps. Yes.
You're so wonderful. You're so hospitable.
Yeah. Thank you.
Close enough.
Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed dinner last night.
I have some trouble. My secretary was asking who was person of the year last year, and I remember that it was me. And it wasn't right. I need to talk to Alex. We need to fix this.
Okay. Alright, well, as you are my son, I love you. I'll let you have him then.
I'll get in touch with MX
Yeah,
for
I'll
you.
get you
right?
in touch with
Yeah.
him. Yeah.
Thanks.
Don't forget, you can use Alexis and even the company itself as a character. So, does anyone else want something to do? I didn't get a time sequence in my head yet.
I'm actually going to contact Mix as well.
You are?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
By telephone or
I think I might be going more up close and personal this time.
at his offices
Yes.
that I described last
Yes,
time?
yeah.
Okay. So he's just putting down the telephone from talking to Ellie. JR has something important to talk to you about or something like that. So then, and so I assume he's just putting down the telephone when Cliff comes in. So you are playing MX.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Right. That's how the kind of catching the gears now.
Yeah. I made you. And this is how you treat me? And you're running errands for the Ewings.
It's show business.
It's not show business, it's publication, it's a proper, real journal. You're fanning about with those horse people.
He
And
runs a glossy gossip magazine.
Yeah.
But go on. He likes to put up right?
So you're running their dirty errands.
Cliff, they offered me money. What can I say?
Money, you got enough money.
They own this town.
Only because people like you left them.
I love this game now.
Come on, take it easy. What do you want me to do?
I wanted to publish my story about this dirty, rotten scum of a family.
Oh. Come on,
You just pulled out the man in your folder.
What's the next thing I'll do? Present JR's people a person of the year?
Okay, that was cheap.
Come on, Cliff. I can't do that. They're respectable people. Come on.
Respectable. My behind.
Yeah, 19. You could get away with a little bit more.
Gee golly.
This is a 70s show, not a 50s show. Not 2000 teens Netflix. That's true. Okay. Okay. So, are you trying to get hold of MX there?
Yeah.
Okay.
By coercion.
Okay. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you threatening him with
Oh,
what?
yeah. I made him. And I'm having the Texas Rangers turn his office upside down to find all those glossy photos of the glossy underage people.
Oh, brutal. Okay. I think we'll find out what everyone else is doing so we can time this properly.
The show has broke new ground.
I see it. I'm seeing conflicts arise. So who else is? But this is the tricky part. Since we have 3 conflict markers, you could conceivably have 2 conflicts floating out there. You see. So we're not going to resolve that until we get the time sequence down. It's a little. I'm still kind of adjusting to that. So, Bobby, anybody?
I actually want to make myself vulnerable because I have no chance of at winning.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps checking out the rules for misconduct or criminal activity or something because I am later this night I'm going to drunkenly call that senator and threaten him.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So all my frustration will go that way.
Yeah, interestingly, I have no senator here. But what I do,
I have local government.
no, even better.
You can have this for power.
Do you have a blood card?
Yeah. Look what I have. All the cards.
Oh, wow.
What?
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh. There's even rules for making up new player characters.
If you really
More
collect
More
balance.
community.
Well, you could see how your show, if you were to play for a while, it really goes off and becomes your own Dallas.